Good morning. Woken up to lots of really cool news. I'm just going to turn that off. I'm downloading something and I usually try to wait for those, so while I'm doing that I'm going to show you a few of these interesting things. So here's one. This is Asmongold. I'm sure he won't mind me recording him. I haven't listened to this one, but I've got to find the Nigel Farage one and show you that.
This story has 1.3 million posts about it right now. Henry Nowak story, right? Wow. Oh my God. Literally, bro, are we watching them literally run the police? Holy shit. So this is what Rupert Lowe said about it. Enough is enough. A deep line needs to be drawn in the sand. Talk is weak. Britain needs to say no more, and I mean it. A Restore Britain government, with the British people's approval, would put Vikram Digwa to death. Henry Nowak was stabbed by Digwa 5 times. Rather than calling an ambulance, Digwa filmed Harry. Digwa gave the knife to his mother, and it was found by police at their home along with 20 other weapons. Keeping the savage alive serves nobody. Fucking exactly. The police officers on the scene who allowed Henry to die will face criminal charges for gross negligence manslaughter. Digwa's foreign family will be deported. Britain will be restored. The attacker, I saw this. The attacker was literally wearing his knife as the police arrived, and police still didn't believe Henry was stabbed. That's literally, that's his knife right there. Keir Starmer condemns Nigel Farage for whipping up division.
I think Nigel Farage's reaction is the wrong reaction.
I agree. I think Rupert Lowe's reaction is the correct reaction.
Through the eyes of the family. They have said they do not want this whipped up.
The reality of this is that this is a countrywide problem, and Henry Nowak was simply a point on the graph. Immigration control, politicians not delivering on promises, multiculturalism gone wrong, two-tier policing. So this is the real problem. Henry Nowak is just one guy.
And Nigel Farage is completely wrong. But when Henry's family are saying, please don't do that, it's our son.
It's our son today. It could be your son tomorrow, your neighbor's daughter. It is so much bigger than him. So there's a huge protest because the police effectively handcuffed a dying man who was stabbed to death while they simultaneously immediately took a racism accusation seriously and put the guy in handcuffs over it. The body cam for it was released last night. Meanwhile, they accompanied they took the murderer to go get dinner. I'm not even kidding you.
The police are getting it.
Yeah, like it's that bad.
They've just been ran down the whole road. Yeah. That whole road. They're pushing him back.
They're not either. Holy shit. Can you believe we're watching this live? It's also crazy. The killer previously attacked another person with his sword. Video has surfaced of Henry Nowak's killer, Vikram Digwa, threatening people during a road rage incident with the same knife he later used to take Henry's life.
Come on. Recording him. No. Come on, man. Please.
You got big problem, mate.
What does he have in his hand?
His knife.
Is that his sword? It's a ceremonial dagger? I don't like that ceremony. Henry Nowak's killer was arrested and released without charge by police after stealing a cache of knives 2 years before he murdered the university student. So it's another, it's always the ones you most expect type situation. It's been causing problems for literally years. I don't understand the reasoning. Why aren't they getting their weapons taken away? Because I thought they were trying to ban a lot of these types of weapons.
The government has banned ninja swords.
Police are urging people to surrender their ninja swords.
It's a two-tier country. It's their religion. So they're letting people walk around with weapons because they say it's their religion? When will it end? You know, it's one of those things where it's like you never know how bad it can get.
It's a war weapon. We know that. All Indians are the same. We've got to paint them with the same brush. We have to stop preferencing non-whites over our own people. Our people are being killed. So that's the reality. But I just want to find the history because I watched the video released by Nigel Farage, and Keir Starmer is wrong. Nigel Farage is on the way, but being a politician is still not telling the people, our people, the truth. And so, yeah, he's not he's got a better approach, but it's still not. Where's my history? How do I find the history? Can't remember. Let's find it. Gotta find this video. Yeah, so I'm not organized. I just started because I saw that thing by, maybe it's here. Well, that was fucking simple, wasn't it? Doof. Anyway, come on. Here he is. So this one here, 7 minutes and 37 seconds. So let's listen to this one. I'm not jumping on bandwagons. I'm just showing you what hasn't been shown before in terms of what's really been going on, that's been hidden from our people for a very long time. My video is uploading right now. You'll see this video up very, very soon. I suggest you watch it because this is 3 days before the Royal Melbourne Hospital and all their, Conrads in crime did what they did, and they committed the very crimes I mentioned in this video. And this video, they stopped me uploading this video by taking my device from me and by taking me out of the hotel room that I was sitting in this video. And they did that 3 days after this video, so I didn't get it uploaded. Just waiting for this video to come out. You can go all the way back there. We will start again. So yeah, the very crimes I mentioned in there, plus so much more. So we'll be going off to that. Yeah, that's definitely a High Court thing, and by Stephen I's videos, it looks like it's a good idea not to take it to the county court, but take all of it to the High Court and just keep those issues in lineage of each other. Defamation, trafficking, domestic trafficking. I don't know if this is going to upload quick enough. Domestic trafficking, use of a lethal weapon, poisoning by lethal weapon.
Good morning.
Oops.
It's a moment
One
to take
second.
a long, hard look at ourselves as a country and what we've become. The murder of 18-year-old...
Oh, I'm really sorry. It's such a painful... because I'm uploading at the same
student, Henry Nowak, was bad enough of itself, but compounded in the most extraordinary way by the behaviour of the police officers. Many of us have asked for the footage to be released, and finally, last night it was. Let me show you just 30 seconds of what happened on that fateful evening in Southampton.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we?
I was in bed asleep. When it was just going up there, someone was attacking me. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, alright? Been stabbed. You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
Just think of it. An 18-year-old lad, a student, been out with some friends for the evening, on the way home, and victim of a sustained attack. Stabbed several times, chased down the street. Stabbed seriously 5 times. And what happens? Well, the assailant's brother rings the police to say, we've just been racially attacked and abused by a white guy. The sirens blare, they arrive. Young Henry must have thought that at last help was at hand, but far, far from it. The police act from the beginning to the end, and the end when he dies, lying on a pavement, having been stabbed, in handcuffs. The last thing he heard on this earth was him being read his rights by the police. He was actually treated in a way that meant an accusation of a racial slur was treated more seriously than an act of murder. What does he say? I can't breathe. Familiar words? Remember career criminal George Floyd, who died in appalling circumstances in Midwest America a few years ago. Remember the reaction to that and the way the police behaved. Within a few days, Keir Starmer was taking the knee. Black Lives Matter. It's...
Sorry, I'm so sorry. This internet is really irritating. But, yeah.
Exploded all over the country. Churchill's statue was defaced, the cenotaph was vandalised. And yet, what has the public reaction been from our leaders and politicians, and indeed, to be frank, much of the media to this? Silence. Absolute silence. Proof, if ever there was any, that we're living in a two-tier culture in this country where the rights and privileges of white people matter less than those of ethnic minorities. Now, what has happened over the last few decades is, without anybody being asked, without anybody ever voting for it, we've been subjected to mass immigration on a scale that is truly unbelievable. At least 10 million new people have come to Britain in the last 20 years. And let's be clear, many of them are great people who work hard, have integrated and made their lives here. But far too many that have come have refused to integrate, are leading parallel lives and leaving many of our cities almost culturally unrecognisable from what they've always been. But to stop any criticism of this, we've brought in hate speech laws. We've brought in a DEI agenda. We've brought in what is called positive discrimination in favour of ethnic minorities over those of white people whose families have lived in Britain in many cases for centuries. That is the mess that we've got into. And that is why, in some ways, what happened, and despite the appalling behaviour of those police officers, but in some ways, what happened on that night in Southampton perhaps shouldn't be a surprise in two-tier Britain. Alison Pearson, journalist on the Daily Telegraph, received yesterday an email from an experienced, long-serving Hampshire police officer. In it, he makes perfectly clear that the police are told that they must respond to situations in different ways according to the ethnicity of those involved in the crime or potential crime. He also describes how a DEI agenda has gone so far through the police that people now get promoted, not on the basis of merit, not on the basis of ability, but on the basis of what their racial or religious origin is. That has led to a decline in policing standards. But think of this. Much as we may condemn the two police officers involved here, think of this. The biggest fear a police officer now has going about his or her duty on the street is the fear of being reported for having acted in a way that was racially biased. That fear, now greater than dealing with a dying man living on the ground.